Hello, my name's Billy.
And my name's Liam, and we're from the Spooky Shed podcast, a podcast all about spooky stuff.
Incredibly spooky stuff.
And one of the main reasons we love doing our podcasts is we get to meet people from all across the globe, and we get to talk about the things we love the most.
In our episodes, you can expect conversations around all things paranormal, UFOs and aliens, a bit of true crime, with a little bit of comedy thrown in there as well.
You can subscribe to the Spooky Shed podcast wherever you get your podcasts from.
Just to make sure we're checking all areas.
You see a number of campfires and stuff, but there isn't anything else.
Okay, just making sure we're checking our, off I go.
Which pathway are you going?
Well, order left is all one word. Order and then up are separated.
They should both be separate words.
Yeah, I don't think that, yeah. So order left, musicians dwarf. Is it dwarfed or dwarf?
Dwarved.
It is dwarfed, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Musicians dwarf the human.
Maybe you need to take your potion to be small.
Archer death tail.
I don't know why I think this is a mystery. We're just in a forest having a nice walk, but I love a mystery.
Shall we just go down this path then?
I think we should just go left, yes.
I'm tempted to go up just to be awkward.
Who's going first?
I've gone off the map already, unfortunately, for me.
You find yourself back at the other side of the map. As you've walked through the woods, suddenly the mist closes around you, and you find yourself back where you started.
Hey up, we're in Hyrule here.
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to go up, Dave. Let's see what happens when I go up.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, this all makes sense. I get it. What it's saying is if we don't want to go off left or up and come back, we've got to go in this order. So if we want to go left, Tok has to go first, then it's Porky, then it's me. If we want to go up in order, it's got to be Porky, then me, then Tok. It's telling you the order we've got to go.
But that
we've got
doesn't
to
work.
walking.
Because I went first, left off the map.
Yeah, but we didn't all go the same way. We've all got to go the same way. So if we all want to go left and not go back to the same place, Tok's got to go first, then Shytey, then me. If we want to go up and not end up back in the same place, we've got to go Shytey, me, Vic.
Well,
It's telling us the order we've got to walk in.
Fine, let's do it.
That makes sense.
So are we going left or are we going up first? What do you want to do first? What do you want to investigate first?
Well, Ronson, you're the expert. You tell me. You seem to know what you're doing.
Well, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is it's telling us the order that we've got to go in if we want to go that way and not end up back in the same place.
Well, today I'm at your beck and call because I've just found myself back where I started and I don't want to do that again.
Let's go left then. So left.
Wait,
Vic's got to go first, then Shytey, then me.
Hang on. I think we're overlooking something.
Oh, go on.
Something that'll bring a little shine to Uncle Porky's soul. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
In character, please.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a conga line.
Oh, maybe I need to sing. Oh, what a fantastic idea, Porky. We got to do the conga.
Which direction?
So we're going left.
You're going left.
We're going left. Vic's going to go first.
In a conga line.
Do you remember those 3 episodes where Porky was obsessed with conga? That's a callback.
So, have any of you watched The Good Place?
Yes.
Yes.
So you know when Michael goes, I can't believe... what's his name? Jason.
Jason, yeah.
I can't believe Jason got it. That's how I feel when Neil just solved that puzzle. So you walk to the left, and the fog clears.
We conga to the left.
You conga to the left.
We're congering, yeah.
The fog clears. You are aware that it's just the three of you that have walked through. Everyone else, so Ramona, Ray, haven't made it to this clearing.
It's about Pebbles.
Pebbles is with you. She's fine.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're in the Aztec zone.
Get them crystals.
So there are
Play my harmonica.
Three big statues in this clearing, with a ornate stone disc in the middle of it.
It's another bloody portal, probably.
Look at the size of those heads. I'd love to kick them off.
Ronson, is it your turn to see if this place is magical? Because I'm,
Yeah, bloody, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Yeah, I can do a magic check. I do a magic check.
Have you pressed the spell?
Nope. How do I do that?
I don't know that you have detect magic, to be honest.
Well, no, I don't. Does everybody seem to think I did? So I went with it.
Oh, do you not?
I don't know if I do or not.
No, you don't. No.
I don't actually have the spell detect magic. I don't know if my Staff of Daniels does that or not. Or
it doesn't.
Right. So I'm the wizard, the all-powerful wizard, but I cannot detect magic.
Correct. You didn't choose it as an option.
I don't remember ever you being an all-powerful wizard either.
Well, I think you'll find the Song of Debbie and Paul Daniels.
Actually, that's a point. Side quest. I was going to go through all of the podcasts from start to finish and keep a tally of everybody's kill count and put it on the Patreon so we can finally have a spreadsheet and some lovely art to display everyone's kill counts.
I genuinely believe I've killed more people than anybody.
Yeah.
Let's just put it out there. It is teamwork. We all damage the opponent at some point.
Not you.
It's
You normally turn into a bush.
It's a combined group. And
It'll be me.
listen, my bush checks are vital to defeating
What?
You
the
start
enemy.
playing
Your bush
Fortnite and just start dancing in
Your
a
bush
tree.
ticks. You got ticks in your bush. Although Shytey, you probably have done a little bit with your Venomax. You've probably done a bit of killing.
What I was going to do is break it down to what species has been killed, how many of each, and start a spreadsheet, a proper spreadsheet for it.
I think I've done the most killing.
Interesting.
Right, what are you doing in this clearing?
Well, Ronson, you're magic man. Do you know how to? Can you tell me if this place is magical or not?
Look, no, I can't because I haven't got detect magic apparently. But since I've got a +6, I'll do an investigation check.
Fine, whatever you need to do.
I only got 4, so that's now 10.
I mean, you notice the massive strange disc in the middle of the floor. So if you go to the journal and click on strange disc, you'll see the text that reads.
Oh, there's a lot of journal.
Says,
He's very excited about his journal, isn't he?
Just you wait.
We honour the fallen heroes who fought against the fire in capital letters, and the ensnaring darkness, capitalised, which once engulfed our land. May this shrine one day reveal the truth to those who want to see it.
Question.
So I've got to put fire in it.
How can you have fire and darkness?
I can make everything dark around me.
Is this a metaphor?
They fought against the fire and the ensnaring darkness.
As you read it, you do notice that when you say the words fire, ensnaring, darkness, each of the statues kind of like hums and shakes a little bit.
Right.
I'm getting excited.
I know what we're doing. Right, pick a head, everybody. Pick a head each. I'll have this from somebody.
I will take the one up the top, right here. Top left, please.
That's top left, yeah.
On 3, Ronson, bang a fireball off that big lad's head. Talk, hit it with some darkness, and I'll do an ensnaring strike on my one. Bada bing, bada boom. Job's a good one.
Well, I'll do a. Oh, it's a cantrip. So I'll do a fireball.
Darkness costs me a lot of. Fine. Yes, sure, of course.
So, I have been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks. I'm going to play some audio. I would suggest that we listen to it through first once, and then we maybe react to it.
I was just about to get a packet of crisps as well.
Bronson,
is everyone
listen.
ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm ready to shush.
So, as the three spells hit the heads, the statues start to hum more, and a bright glow emanates them, blinding you all for a moment. As both the humming and bright light subside, you see you are in the same clearing, but something is different. Firstly, you notice you aren't really here at all. It's as if you are now floating above the clearing, unable to speak or even move. Secondly, the sky is ablaze in bright orange flames. The sounds of screaming and destruction fill in the air. And lastly, although it is the same clearing, in place of the three statues are 6 huts surrounding a campfire, and 6 figures stood solemnly around it. A giant, an elf, a human wizard, a tabaxi, a dragonborn, and a dwarf. After a few moments, the giant speaks first.
So it's decided then. Fighting between ourselves has gotten us nowhere. Thus we must work together to seal Helios away.
And to ensure none of us or our descendants unleash Helios again, we shall tether the spell to an artifact precious to each of our nations.
So the only way to break the seal and release Helios will be if the majority of nations decide it's the only cause of action. A forced collaboration, else mutually assured destruction.
Let's hope for the former, shall we? On behalf of the Masters of Stone, the dwarves offer our sacred carving, made by the greatest stonecutter of our generation.
Then I will offer the only fitting object to represent the Dragonborn, the first scale of our people. I hope you all appreciate the honour this represents.
Yes, well, I'm sure we have equally impressive offerings. For example, the legacy of wizards shall be carried down with some top hat.
I, on the other hand, present something far more valuable to represent the Thieves' Guild. A single gold piece inscribed with our insignia. A treasure to be handed down from generation to generation of thieves.
We already have such an artifact, the sacred arrowhead of our oldest hunter. I offer that on behalf of the forest elves.
All noble contributions, my friends. On behalf of the mountain giants, I offer my shield, a symbol of the monarchy within my people.
All very well, but I'm not sure I trust most of you, especially an organisation that calls themselves the Thieves' Guild.
Both understandable and wise, my height-impaired friend. Perhaps we need to implement some sort of fail-safe, should any of us go astray.
A sensible tactic. Of course, this failsafe must be hidden and known to very few. May I suggest below Fort Light?
Well, the fort is built on a particularly strong well of magic. It will make it easier to tether wards and other protective spells.
We already have a small group of faithful whom we trust, on the assumption that we will not come back from the sealing of Helios. Should we trust this secret to them?
I agree. A failsafe is no use if there are none of us left to trigger it, or to stop others from doing so.
Yes, we must make sure our efforts are not wasted. We might be setting the wheels in motion, but our legacy will be upheld by the Guardians of Light.
It seems we have a plan, my comrades. Let us proceed. What we do here today is not for us, but for the future of our land.
And with that, you feel yourselves returned back to your physical bodies, in the clearing as you were before, leaving you to ponder what you just saw, and why.
Standing ovation! Standing ovation!
That's great! That's so cool.
There's one big problem with that, Dave. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but there's one big problem with that.
What's that?
I did not listen to one piece of information because I was too busy trying to work out who all the voices were.
I was so excited. I heard Rebeccarooo. Yay!
If you go into the journal, the whole script's in there. So
I heard that Arkham fan was. I know Jake was in there, and of course Ian Lee was in there. The
world famous
the celebrity,
DJ Jamie Spector.
Who was the Scottish man? He had a very good voice.
That was Jamie, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, was it? All right. Okay.
And we also had Becca, who was, of course,
yes, I recognise Becca. Yes,
and the Tabaxi was one of the best voices. The thief was Nooka the Nook, who played one of your wives.
Thought it was Nooka. I thought it was Nooka.
Brilliant.
Thank you for everybody who did that relatively short notice a couple of weeks ago. And Dave worked out how to use Audacity. Was very happy with that.
That was so good, honestly. Really,
there you
really
go.
good.
Look at that. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for doing that.
Yeah.
And I shall title this one. This is the one with Ian Lee in it. See if we get some extra listeners.
Mainly the celebrity voice. Yeah. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody, for doing it. But mainly the celebrity. Thank you, the celebrity, for doing it.
I mean, I've been going, Shytey, are you sure you don't want to put this one up live? Are you sure?
I mean, all the voices were lovely, of course, but really it was the celebrity that we were more interested in hearing, wasn't it?
No, I was interested in Rebeccarooo.
So, as a summary, this is the 6 leaders.
Oh, it's there now, yes.
Yeah. This is the 6 leaders deciding that they need to choose the items that you all know about to seal Helios away. But because they don't quite trust each other, they reveal that there is a fail-safe. Should anyone need to use it, hidden beneath Fort Light. So if something goes awry with the plan around the 6 items, there's something to break the spell. And it sits beneath Fort Light.
Okay, fail.
When I summarise it like that, I wonder why I bothered wasting 6 people's time.
Were these the spirits, the ghosts speaking, was it?
Good, Dave.
So
it was worth it.
You were basically viewing a flashback.
What I would like to do is I would like to do something.
Orca's going to kick the disc.
I would like to do something that involves the elf speaking more. Sorry, which one was Ian Lee, the celebrity?
He was the elf, yes.
Yeah, I would like to do something that involves the elf speaking more. So Dave's got to calling more favours.
Do I need to just phone him now?
Yeah. Like, I really think we need to grill the elf a little bit more. Maybe not in this adventure, maybe in the next adventure, which we could promote more. I really think we need to, probably do that.
Yeah. You can't talk to flashbacks.
Is this more Lost or more Transformers: The Last Night? It feels thematically more like Transformers: The Last Night, which was an awful film, and if it had that in it, it would have been a better film. It really fucked up Grimlock. I didn't like that.
I'm having a look to see what I rated the Transformer films. I'm interested.
We could just...
What was the nature of the flashback in Transformers: The Last Night?
So Thingy Bob, the human character no one cares about, goes sort of back in time, but not really because he's still there. And then all the Knights of Cybertron are around him, and they're all having a chat. And
it's a bit like that, yeah.
Yeah. Shit film. Absolutely shit film.
Yeah. Shytey, I gave it 1.5.
I think that you were quite generous with that.
1.5 on Letterboxd.
When they said, "Oh, Grimlock's in this one," I was like, "My big boy Grimlock."
It was quite boring, wasn't it? From what I remember,
it was shit. That was good. I would say that was better than Transformers: The Last Night. I didn't really like Lost that much. I think it's better than Lost.
Also, does anyone else agree that if Big Finish are ever looking for someone to do a Patrick Troughton impression, Jake would be quite good?
He was quite. I thought it was quite doctorish. Yeah,
There's
agree.
definitely a Patrick Troughton in there. Yeah.
For a second, I did think, oh God, he's got like John Culshaw. He's got he's got somebody. Yeah, I did think for a second there.
He's really pulled in the favours.
I'm going to need a copy of that recording, Dave. That was brilliant.
I've been like, honestly, I sent it to all of the people who done it. I was like, you can't say anything.
I can't believe Rebecca kept it a secret.
Well, she said, oh, She said, I think I told Vic that you messaged me about something. And I was like, no, it's like, don't worry. So she thought she'd given it away.
Just say it's a dick pic.
Dave, isn't that Doctor Who related, Helios?
I don't think so.
Oh, right, okay.
That's the god that's sealed underneath boarding.
Oh,
Yes.
Let's let him out.
No, there's a failsafe in Fort Light. Well, that's what we need to do.
Oh, go back there then.
But we don't have all the talismans at the moment.
Oh, we'll keep walking then.
I think we should.
But just to be clear, as it said in the flashback, the talismans the failsafe is there should you need to override the talisman.
We'll probably need to do that.
Override the talisman.
I would say it's fairly nailed on that we will have to do that.
Did anyone else get that flashback? Because I am very worried that if your father, Hawkeye, has been here and knows about this failsafe, they may well be on their way to Fort Light to trigger this failsafe.
Probably. It was a bit like Transformers the last night, wasn't it? But not shit.
I don't know what these Transformers are, but...
They're robots in disguise.
Okay, I don't know what a robot is either, but if we go to Fort Light...
Robert in disguise is a whole different thing. Robert's in prison.
Robert has been arrested for being a midnight creeper.
Oh dear, Robert. But logically speaking, if they've been here, maybe we need to grill Gladys. Maybe she knows if they've been here.
That's probably an idea. She's pretty old, isn't she?
I mean, they always have good memories, do old people.
And they smell of piss.
Some of them do, yes.
A toffee.
I do like a Worth's original.
Well, that's a con, because that wasn't an old sweet. They just marketed that way. You have been fooled by Big Toffee.
I will pull out a Werther's original from this packet next to me and eat
It's
it.
an interesting topic, isn't it? Why did they decide to market Werther's original towards OAPs? Just because they liked them?
They got disposable income.
They can just buy all the toffees they want.
Gum at them with their wooden choppers. Like that.
Just chomp them up along with their little travel sweets in a tin with white powder on them.
I love those travel sweets.
They're good.
I've had one of those for a long time.
Anyway, I do have now a Werther's original in my mouth. So,
all right, I'll take over.
A bit of coconut ice from the seaside.
I reckon Gladys has got a biscuit tin, and you can see the biscuit tin, and you're excited that there might be biscuits. And you open the biscuit tin, thinking there's biscuits, but actually, just sewing kits, just rolls of bread.
A pink wafer. Like pink wafers are shit. They're not biscuits.
What?
Pink wafer's lovely. Pink wafer dipped in a cup of coffee. Ooh.
Welcome to Dungeons and Biscuits.
Anyway, we need to get in the right order to go upwards, don't we?
Are we going up?
Well, it's the only path, isn't it?
There is no path out of this clearing.
Oh, there's clearly a path up.
No, there's a bush in the way.
Is there a path down?
Yes, the way you came.
Well, back down we go.
In order?
Any excuse for a conga.
Well, we've got to go. Haven't we got to go back to where we were to be able to
go up?
Yeah, go up, I guess. So it doesn't matter what order we go back in. And then to go up, we'll have to go.
As you reappear, Ramona runs over and goes, we just ended up back here, me and Ray. What happened?
Have you seen Transformers the last night?
No, but I get the gist. Was there a flashback?
There was, yes, there was.
You know, what do we have to fill Ramona in for, Ramona?
We had a shameless cameo, and some of our pals put some silly voices on, and it was lovely.
We had a genuine celebrity and various other people who stream on Twitch.
Everyone as well was so much like, oh, I'm really worried it's not good. Like, I could do it again. I was like, they're all great. I love it.
They were.
They were really good, all of them.
Can you believe that I got them all in the same room?
It was really lovely to hear all those people who refused to come on my stream at various points. It was lovely. There's at least 3 people there who have all turned me down, so it was lovely to hear their voices.
Still sat there just get really angry, going, you could have got Ashens, could have asked him.
Yeah, ask some of my friends.
What about the digitizer people? Where were they? Hey? Were they busy? What was Biffo doing?
I did ask Ian if he could get Mackenzie Crook, but apparently that was pushing it.
That was pushing it too much, wasn't it?
Anyway, let's stop talking about how great that was.
It was great. I can't, Dave.
Up we go then. Everybody in a conga line. Rodson, grab hold of my sturdy buttocks.
I am holding your love flaps right now, your love handles. Let's go.
Buttocks, please. That's the only way this magic will work.
The problem is, and this isn't rigged at all, these paths were always going to take you to these places. If you went left, you were going to end up there. If you go up, you're going to end up here. It's kind of a shame that you've chosen this one second, because it's now going to be an anti-climax.
It's not as good. So we're not getting celebrity voices.
No, because you found a teleportation circle.
Hey! Teleportation circle.
Well,
write that down.
That's weak,
Take it off your list, Ronson.
Yeah, I'll take it off my list. It's a right, Dave. Just to make it exciting, I'm going to do an investigation check. 16 plus 6 is 22.
There's lots of bits of broken stone around.
Oh, Porky, that's your area of expertise. Porky, would you like to look at the stone?
No, I'm going to do an athletics check and run around it really fast. Look at me go.
Are you sure there's no DJs?
I got 9.
Yeah.
I've got Stitch, apparently.
Andy Kaufman-esque qualities. Are you sure there's no, celebrities here?
No celebrities here.
Well, might as well just fuck off back to where we were then, shouldn't we?
We could just teleport, couldn't we?
Yeah, just teleport.
No, we need to go and see Gladys.
It will teleport to Gladys.
Well, I don't think that's how teleportation circles work. I think they're from point to point.
Yeah, but there was a circle near her.
No, there wasn't.
It's the same amount of time. The passage of time, we teleport and then we'd say, Dave, we're voice in our heads, we're walking to Gladys. Than it is just to say, we're walking back to Gladys. See? So, we're already in orbit.
Yeah, so the nearest circle to Gladys is up the mountain. I mean, to be fair, you are physically closer to walk back than you are to teleport. But
now, Porky, what did I tell you? I should be in charge of the directions.
I'm a fancy little man and I enjoy my fancy little things, okay?
So what are you doing?
Walking back to Gladys, obviously.
Okay,
Porky,
so you're
Porky, walking.
No, I've only got little legs.
So we'll get them moving.
I hurt myself with that athletics check, apparently.
Maybe Ronson will carry you. Or Ramona.
So I'll move the earth. I'll shuffle him along the earth if needs be. I'm not putting any kind of exertion into it.
Ronson, uppies.
As you walk out of the clearing this time, it just feels different. There's less fog. You kind of just everything feels a bit clearer, and you're able to make your way through unobstructed, and you get back out to the path and head back up to see Gladys, who it's the evening now, so she's starting to pack her stall away. Hello, dears. Back so soon? Did you want the horn after all?
Whoa. buy a dwarf a drink first, love. Hey.
Oh, we would all like the horn. It doesn't come as often as it does now, as it used to do, but we would all like the horn.
Gladys, we got questions. First question. If I were to be in your hovel and I spotted a biscuit tin, would it have biscuits in it? It is not. It is straight down the line. Would it have biscuits in it, or would it have, like, sewing shit? Like a thimble?
Oh, dear. My biscuit tin, as everything, is a magic biscuit tin. And it's always got the last biscuit in it. You open it, there's one biscuit, you take it out. The next time you open it, there'll be one last biscuit in there. It's a tin of forever last biscuits.
What are the biscuits?
Wouldn't it be better if it was always full rather than there was always one? Because if you were like at a party and you were offering biscuits around, you'd keep having to go, oh, all right, take that. And then another one will pop up. If it was full all the time and it replenished from the bottom up, then that would be better, wouldn't it?
But my dear, isn't the last biscuit always the best biscuit?
No, it's normally quite hard because it's been ignored by everybody. And normally there's been fresh biscuits poured over the top of it and it gets forgotten about. And it's a bit hard. But also weirdly soft at the same time.
Have we established what the biscuits are?
Yeah, what biscuit?
Is it a bourbon, Gladys?
They're a rich tea with chocolate on it. And
I mean, they're all right.
A bit of it's cracked off as well.
Exactly. It's the last biscuit in the bloody tin. Everyone's ignored it. Who knows whose fingers have been on that? No. Get a magic biscuit tin that's always full of biscuits so people are consistently taking from the top.
I hadn't really thought about it like that.
You haven't, have you?
You've changed my life view, dear.
Well, good. Well, keep that in mind because we've got some questions.
Hopefully I've got some answers. I do need to pack up, so don't mind me if I work whilst you talk, do you?
No. Keep eye contact at all time, please, Gladys.
You can see her kind of looking at your eye and putting stuff away at the same time.
That's better. So, a giant, a wizard, an elf, a dwarf, a dragonborn, and Tabaxi all walked up a mountain. Perfect display of cultural representation. Thank you. Anyway, does that sound familiar to you?
Yes, Bernard right on.
Well, it's a description of the Ancient Six, isn't it, my dear? But I know I might be old, but I am not that old, thank you very much.
You ever seen Transformers the last night?
I don't watch those moving pictures.
It's got Grimlock in it, but he's really shit. It's not my Grimlock.
Dave, will Iain Lee be adding Dungeons and Dickheads to his CV?
Yes. It's on his IMDb.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it on his IMDb?
It keeps disappearing, but Dave keeps putting it back up right on there. IMDb has accidentally deleted it again. I'll fix that.
Quick, check it. How do you change somebody's Wikipedia page? I'm going to pop it on now. Once appeared in an episode of Dungeons and Dickheads. It's the premiere Dungeons and Dragons podcast,
which won't be heard until next June.
Which will not be heard for 6 months. But please trust me, you were on it.
But anyway, Gladys, whatever your name was, I'm thrown now completely. Tell us about this story. Tell us like we're children, because we Transformers the last night or whatever.
I immediately sit down cross-legged in front of her, hands on my chin, leaning on my knees.
I fold my arms and put my finger on my mouth like I'm in assembly.
So Ramona looks at you and said, "This is what you wanted to ask her. You realise the whole reason you're looking for these bloody 6 objects is all because of this. You could have just asked me. I've been paying attention this whole time. Like, I don't know why I didn't go with your bloody dad, to be quite honest with you."
Ramona, up until this point, I've been ignoring your very subtle tiptoes towards a heel turn towards the end of this story. But there is a point to what I'm doing. You got to have faith in Uncle Porky. There's always a plan. Always a plan.
All right, well, listen to the old woman, but she's not going to know anything more than I do, probably less. And
let's find out. Maybe we'll all learn something together. Now, if we could all sit on the floor, cross our legs, fold our arms, and put our fingers on our lips, we will listen to the old lady tell us a lovely story, much like the Transformers the movie from 1986, where Cup was telling the Dinobots about an old war story to take their minds off an impending attack from Unicron. Thank you.
Is this the Transformers podcast now?
I wish.
Stumbled on the wrong place?
I'm very certainly just changing the format of this podcast week by week.
You know that there's a Transformers RPG rule set that we could absolutely shift into if you really want to.
It's not that good.
Yeah, I keep seeing things where it's like, oh, we've released this kind of Dungeons and Dragons thing. I think we should do that. It sounds good.
Unfortunately, it's a legally distinct system. And you're right, it's not quite as good.
I can see of things. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like the things that we're playing, right? But it's much better. We should do that. That's you, Neil. That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I see things. I think, oh, that sounds really good. I'd like to do that.
Instead, I've got to do this shit.
How many more years is there before I can turn myself into Han Solo? Because that was a question at the start of the podcast.
I mean, you could just pick up Star Wars Outlaws and you could basically be female Han Solo.
I don't want to be a female. I'm not being sexist here. I don't want to be a female. I want to be Han Solo in this campaign. I want to turn Ronsing into Han Solo. When do I get to do that?
Well, we do a level up soon, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure somebody told me I had to get to about level 38. What level am I at the moment?
8.
8.
Right, so and that's taken about 2 years.
Any day now.
Anyway,
shut up about this bloody Han Solo. I want to listen to the old lady.
So Gladys is a bit confused and he says, well, it's a very well-known story around here. I mean...
Gladys, eye contact, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So, as I say, the six leaders, they rallied together and they fought against Helios, the god of the sun. He was a bit angry, the god of the sun. No one really knows how they defeated him, but they joined together, and Ramona said, okay, I know how they defeated him. They got 6 items and they sealed him. They used their magic and sealed him under Sprawling. That's how they did it. You all know this. Why aren't you listening to me? And Gladys just looks like, that's very nice, dear, but I think I'm the one telling the story, so leave it to me. So yes, they lived in Mistral Forest during the siege and the fires and all that stuff. They went off and they sacrificed themselves. They did, my dears. They sacrificed themselves to save all of us. And behind them, they left their followers, the Guardians of Light, in Fort Light, just beyond the forest, to watch over us should Helios ever return again. Ramona stands up and says, see, nothing new. Nothing new. All stuff you knew.
Now, there was something else we need to know, Gladys. So look at Porkeye.
Hello.
See this
Has he had an
dwarf?
accident?
Well, no, not exactly. But can you imagine him, but older? Have you seen a dwarf coming through here of that description?
How recently?
A few weeks.
I don't think so. I'll be honest, dwarves don't usually go for the magic stuff. They're a little bit more clever than some of the others that pass through. So I don't usually target them, to be honest. But no, I don't think I have.
What? Who? Porkeye. Who was your father walking around with?
I don't remember. I know my mum was banging a giant.
Yes, well, we're not after your mum and for that reason. Let me consult my notes. Who was Porkeye?
We'll wait for you to read your notes.
It's going to take a minute.
Okay.
I don't think I've got it.
Do you want to do a history check?
I would love to do a history check. 10.
So you remember, so just yesterday when you freed Roger from this prison and let him go, and he mentioned that he had been travelling with Porkeye's dad.
Ah, yes. Thank you for reminding me, your voice of the sky. So this person called Roger, Porkeye, you spent some time with them. Describe them to Gladys.
So my mum's banging a giant, right? And my dad's knocking about with some guy called Roger, which is quite funny because I was replaying Thank Goodness You're Here a couple of days ago, and there's some graffiti and it says Roger is a nonce. And every time I passed it, I laughed to myself.
I was slightly concerned there. I thought we were going to go an entire podcast without Shytey using the word nonce.
We do that most weeks.
No, we don't.
Yeah, all right, we don't.
I don't remember. I've written Roger's name down, actually, but I didn't write a description down of Roger. So I don't remember.
I don't.
He's a dwarf. He's a
two dwarves.
Oh, another dwarf.
Dwarves.
Okay, glad it would have been 2 dwarfs. One like him but older, and one called Roger. Another dwarf. Might have. I mean, he looked shifty. He was in jail recently. Shifty looking lad.
Oh, him! Oh, I remember him. Yeah,
that's Roger,
I remember him. Yeah.
No, I'm afraid I don't remember, dear. As I say, it's not impossible, but I don't remember them.
I turn to Bronson and Porker. We can only assume that they may have been here. And Gladys's memory, no offense, Gladys, isn't what it could be because she sees a lot of people. It's a shop after all. Who knows all their customers or passing?
And because she's really fucking old and stinks of piss.
I wasn't saying that, Porky.
Neither am I. I'm whispering it.
This is my regional manager. Stop putting her down.
Anyway, have you seen them two lads?
I think she said no, Porky.
All right.
You call me old, but your memory's going, my dear. No, I haven't seen them.
Trying to catch you out.
Well,
fine.
Mona. So we had this vision, and there was. Wait, I'm just going to move away from Gladys a little bit. So we had this vision, and there could be a failsafe under Fort Light to override all the talismans. In your expert opinion, now I do respect it.
Who are you asking, sorry?
This is to Ramona.
Right.
Should we go there? Or would you think we should just gather all the talismans? You know, we already have one.
That many?
I think we still only have one, right? It's the one I've got. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, we always know there's options. The clock is ticking. If anyone gets 4 of them, like we know that Hawkeye's dad's he's got 1. We don't know how many Vermilion's got. If anyone gets 4 of them, they could use them to either free Helios straight away, or they could use it to blackmail the rest of the powers around the land and get what they want. Or they could destroy them and see Helios forever. We don't know what they would do. We think that Vermilion wants to just keep it as it is. That might not be so bad. But his dad wanted to release Helios, destroyed. No, he didn't. His dad wanted to use the talisman as blackmail, threatened to destroy the world so that he could get his way and be in charge. That's not a great thing. If the failsafe stops, if the failsafe takes that option off the table, maybe it's a thing to do. We don't know. They might already have 3. You don't know.
Telling me it's either we need to get 2 more talismans or we need to go to the failsafe.
3 more. You've only got 1. You need a majority.
Oh, we need the majority. Oh, wait, there are 6.
Yeah.
Yes, I can math. Listen, Ramona, don't look at me like that. I am just a simple bard. Well, I'm not the decision maker here. Looking at Ronson and Porky.
Yes, I have been paying attention, and I know exactly what you want me to do.
We're still
want to be the leader until they've got to make a decision.
We're both still sat cross-legged on the floor, and we're just in the middle of a fun war.
Where's Fort Light on the map?
I mean, it's literally next to the forest. You just walked away from Fort Light.
Oh, but we couldn't go through the forest, Dave. You told us it wasn't an exit.
Right.
No,
Hawkeye has a plan.
But once you walked out the clearing the second time, it was all open. You could walk through freely. You just decided to come back to...
Right. Okay. Cool.
Hawkeye has a plan.
Yes, Porky, I'd love to hear your plan.
Ramona. I feel we've underappreciated your input in these adventures so far. We get distracted. Yeah, I know. All right. Don't sass Porky. We get excited, we get distracted, but our hearts are always in the right place. None of us really asked for this. We're doing our best. What do you think we should do? And I know the answer is going to be go and get the MacGuffins, stop fannying about. But what would you say the next step for us to do to get back on track is? Ramona, hello. Thank you.
I think we should at least investigate Fort Light. See if we can find out what the failsafe is. We don't know what it would do. So why don't we at least find out? You don't have to activate it. You could just go and find out.
I agree with Ramona. Let's do that.
Yeah, okay, all right. Ramona. Why not?
Because we are going to fuck it up. So we will need a failsafe.
Yes. Well, then the majority is fail-safe. So
fail-safe. Chant with me, everybody. Fail-safe.
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 In character voices, please.
Fail-safe.
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 Yes. Off we go then. Gladys, thank you for your input and your wonderful storytelling. It was like my own grandmother would tell a story.
It's getting dark, dears. Are you sure you want to go all the way back to the forest now?
Do you think we want to go back to the forest now?
I wouldn't. It's dark and scary for an old lady like me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Probably not a good idea to do that at the moment. Dark and scary.
I wouldn't worry, Gladys. You already stink of piss. But I do have a question. Gladys, if you had a suit of armour, right, and served a king, what would you be?
A maid?
No. Let's break the gender stereotypes here. What would you be?
Soldier?
No, better than that. You'd have a suit of armour, probably a big sword and a horse, and a squire that helps you get your boots on.
You've lost me, my dear.
What if you also, in your pocket, whilst you're wearing the suit of armour with your squire, serving the king on a horse with a large sword, you had the inside seeds of an orange on you? What would you be, Gladys?
Very confused, dear.
Well, I tell you what you'd be. You'd be Gladys Knight and the Pips. Thank you. Good night. We're off to wherever I said earlier.
She just looks very confused.
Please come back next week for more exciting adventures from these three buffoons, not including myself in that, of course. And thank you to Stephen Rankin for whatever you do. I think editing, he edits or something like that. Now, please do remember we do have a Patreon. You've just got to search Dungeons and D-Heads. And if you want more Ronson content, that's where you need to go. Same time next week, folks.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.